It's a lot farther than you think it is. Like you think it's far, but it's even further than that. So it was a total of 36 hours of flight time, because it's literally the other side of the world. Like I think Africa is just about as far as you can get from America before you start going the other way around the world. But getting there, it took me, let's see, because I flew from Salt Lake to Chicago, and Chicago to Brussels. I missed my flight because Church Travel gave me too short of a connection time. So they put me up in a nice hotel. I stayed the night in Brussels. It was really nice, actually. And then I flew from Brussels to Douala, Cameroon, and then Douala, Cameroon to Yaoundé, Cameroon, where I started the mission. So it took a long time. And the whole time, I was by myself because I was the only one in the MTC going there. So I flew a day and a half all by my lonesome. So I was still kind of scared at that point. I didn't know how to talk to people about the gospel. I didn't share the gospel with anybody. I had a chance at one point, but I sort of didn't, and I regret doing that. I made up for it later on the way back. We talked to the gospel with like 5 people, but getting there, it was kind of rough. I remember my first day, it was an adventure, because I get to the apartment, it's late at night, and the couple missionary drops me off, and I'm with my trainer and the other elder in the apartment, and he's waiting for his companion to bus up from the next city on the next day. They're both North American, so they're sort of explaining to me how it works in Africa. And like, all right, we're making a nice dinner tonight, and the power went out. So like, well, guess I'll make you pancakes tonight. So I had pancakes by candlelight, and I was so exhausted I went to bed right after that. I fell asleep for like an hour, and then the power came back on, and it woke me up, and then I was just up. I fell asleep again around 4 in the morning. I had to get up at 6. It was bad. And so that was like night 1, and then day 1, do my studies, whatever, and out we go to go work. I hear 2 men conversing outside of this little like boutique where you go to buy bread and other sort of like a little general store, like a little 7-Eleven, but just really small. I heard them conversing outside, and I didn't understand what they were saying. I thought to myself, oh, that must be some sort of tribal dialect, because I know French. I already know French. I learned at the MTC, took it in high school, and on the way there, I helped this Belgian woman who didn't speak English, helped her in baggage claim, try to figure out where her bags were and where they needed to be, because she didn't speak English, the guy didn't speak French, so I helped translate. So I thought I was the king of French. So I asked my companion, hey, those guys over there, what language are they speaking? And he said, that's French, they're speaking French. I was like, so I turned to him and I said, Elder, that's not the language they taught me in the MTC. And it wasn't. And the rest of the day I was confused. I couldn't understand anything anybody was saying. And I was like, dang, okay, I thought I knew this language a lot better than I did. And just because Africans are the way they are, sometimes they like to tease a lot. So they're also very open people. So they would tell my companion, wow, he doesn't speak French, does he? Is he okay? Is he sick? Is his head okay? Because they thought I'd been here just as long as he had. They tried to speak to me in their broken English, and it was bad, but with time I've learned language, figured it out. But it was an adventurous first day. At the end of the day, because we had like regular teaching appointments, and then we had one teaching appointment that was way out in the village. That was so far out that we had to take a motorcycle to get out there because the cars wouldn't go out there. Normally you're not supposed to take motorcycles, but we had special permission from the mission president. So we rode out there, and we taught this family. That was when I gave away our first Book of Mormon. It was the first day. I prepped, and I gave her the Book of Mormon. She accepted it. She started reading it. Way down the line, like a year and a half later, she got baptized, and the rest family as well. Her her husband was a member. But it was an adventurous first day. I remember it very well.